Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday! This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Prime Radio studios. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network as the losing streak of the New Jersey Devils hits seventh heaven. They lose to the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa in front of a sellout capacity crowd of 500 Ottawa Senator fans in the capital city of Canada, in that beautiful suburb called Canada. It was cold. It was brutal. The Devils got out-hit without Jack Hughes, COVID protocol, without Dougie Hamilton, still with the no-contact jersey. Don't have a goalie. Don't even have Mackenzie Blackwood as a goalie. Nico Dawes taking his start. Lots of things to go over, Scotty. There is so much negativity in the air. I'm reading all these comments. And before we begin the unhappy or the damn it unhappy Devils recap, I just want to say there is plenty of negativity later in the season. I'm just holding back because we just got back from All-Star. Scotty, how are you, my friend?
All right.
Thank you for coming on as per usual. What you got?
All right. Well,
Devils recap.
Yeah, we're not ringing those hell's bells tonight. Yeah, I don't know. How low can you go? We're hitting 7 in a row. Let's see if we can make it at even 10. I'm wondering if I can look at the score sheet and it says our last 10, if we could just make it 0-10. We're only 3 away, so we'll see what we can do here. See if we can make that magic happen. Devils lose once again to the other crappiest team in the league, the Ottawa Senators. Maybe that would be the Canadians. But either way, just another atrocious game by the old Devils. It started out pretty good. Nico Hischier got a goal. Big face-off win on the power play. I think Jesper Bratt threw a little pass towards the net. It was going wide, but Nico Hischier tipped it, redirected. Nice little goal to get the Devils on top. But then they did nothing else except, against Matt Murray from then on. And basically every Devils goal that they gave up is the ones we all talk about all the time. Devils defense collapses. Somebody from opposing team, just pick whatever star player they're playing against, is left alone right in front of the net. I think it happened on like 3 out of the 4 goals, or maybe it was 2 out of the 4 goals tonight. Just crappy. We heard from Tom Fitzgerald yesterday about making hockey trades and all stuff like that. I better do something because Devils lost once again 4-1 to the Ottawa Senators. Shots on goal in the first 10, 13, 10 for a total of 33 for the Devils. They only gave up 24, and they still lost. 6-6-12. 11 giveaways, 15 blocks to Ottawa's 27 block shots. Ottawa out-hit the hell out of them, 44 hits to 28. Devils were 1 for 1 on the power play. Didn't take any penalties. Nice to see. One positive trend that is going now is the team has not taken the stupid penalties that they were taking in the beginning of the season. Devils had the advantage in the face-off. But, yeah, the Nick Paul goal, the Connor Brown goal, I mean, dudes are left alone right in front of the net. I can't count how many times we've seen our defense collapse behind the goal. You have 4 guys behind the goal line and can't figure out why the opposing team is getting these high-danger scoring chances. You can listen to Bryce Salvador on the TV broadcast talk about it with the analytics. The high percentage scoring chances that the Devils give up is insane, and the shots that they take are usually from the point, you know, not getting through. Let me see. How we get 27 blocks. 27 blocks for the Senators today. Yeah. So the woe
how
continues.
bad did we get out-hit? Did we get out-hit
44 to 28. 44 hits to 28. So the woe continues on the Devils' 22 tour of misery as we roll through Canada right now, and we make sure any Canadian team that has been on the snide, get ready to get going, because the New Jersey Devils are coming to town, baby.
Let me tell you something.
It's been bad. It's been real bad.
Again, I listened to the news, and why couldn't these truckers just stop the Devils from actually making it the game? Why? But in all seriousness, they play Montreal tomorrow. The losing streak continues. We got a little bit of a reprieve. It was nice to see Jack Hughes this past weekend. I know you guys talked about it on the Sunday edition. Let's Go Devils podcast while I was on hold with Comcast over stupid issues.
But then he came down in the COVID protocol, so that did wonders for us. Did wonders for him. All the momentum and fun from there is just gone. 5-15-2 on the road. That's what this team. That's the record on the road. And the next, how many are there? I'm gonna look right now. I gotta pull up the other app here to go to the schedule. What is it, like 5 out of the next 6 games?
Yeah.
3
out of
Ottawa,
the next 4
Montreal,
days.
St. Louis on the road. Then we're home for Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, and then back out for Pittsburgh and Chicago. So
Scotty,
5 of the next 7.
Question.
5 of the next 7 on the road. What's up?
I have a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Devils will actually win a game in the month of February?
Ooh, baby, that is a good
That
question.
should be a poll question.
Well, you got 2. You got basically like 2. Well, Vancouver's no. I'll say you got Montreal. This was one of them. Ottawa was one of your chances. You got Montreal and Chicago. But that's also in Chicago. Nah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's an offer. I really like. I mean, does this team give us any reason to not be thinking that way?
Well,
not
Scotty,
really. I mean, what did they do today? We had Ryan Graves on the bottom. We had Ryan Graves on the bottom defense pairing. Why? Why is Ty Smith getting moved up? I don't understand. He's played horrible for the whole season. Ryan Graves had 2 bad games? It's third pairing, Ryan. Don't understand that one. Don't get that at all. Jesper Bratt tweaked his ankle too at the end of the game when I was like just half watching. That's another thing too. Like these games, like they're so bad. It's just like it's not even because it doesn't even look like you turn it on and it's like wow, you feel defeated, Samu. I was so excited for this game until I started to think about it, and I'm like, man, if they lose to Ottawa, that's gonna really suck. And sure enough, it happened. And it bites because we really wanted this team to be doing a lot better right now. We really wanted them to be pushing kind of towards that playoff spot. I really didn't think they were going to make it, but I wanted to see them try for it, go for it, have some meaningful games here in the last couple months. I mean, these games they're meaningless now. Like you can just toss in the towel on the season. They're not gonna do anything. What are they gonna do? Trade people away? That's the only thing that's gonna happen. People are gonna get traded. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. I mean, this team is not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna keep crashing. There needs to be changes, man. There needs to be wholesale changes. Should we read actually what Tom Fitzgerald had said? Should we bring that up right now?
Absolutely.
Where is it right here?
Before we get into that, Scotty, for those commenting, we will get to your comments because
We'll get
YouTube
to it in 1
Live,
second.
Facebook Live.
YouTube,
the comments
Facebook,
are
Twitter
absolutely
Live.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, no. We're gonna get to them all. Let me just see this here. We want to improve. You can never have enough good players at every position. We have a few unrestricted free agents, including Jimmy Vesey and PK Subban. I haven't talked to their agents. We're still over a month away. The goal was to approach the trade deadline while fighting for a Stanley Cup playoff spot. Wow. Is there a hockey trade you could make to not only help your team immediately, but in the future? Fitzy said, somebody in the age demographic of where we're at with the core of our team, which I think is a colossal mistake. Not everybody has to be 18 years old. This is a problem we have. We have a bunch of young kids, and then we have some veterans, much like, this is a la the same stuff we used to complain about with Lou when he was to bring in, the Cavaliers and the Michael Ryders, where you're like, yeah, I know these guys were really good 5-6 years ago, and we're just hoping that they have this bounce back year and play above expectations. Those were the type. That's honest. That's what I feel like Thomas Tatar is. It's the same sort of thing. And why do we need to have people that are all the same age? We don't. There's no need for everybody to be insanely young. Okay, so anyway, sorry. Somebody in our age demographic of where we're at with the core of our hockey team. Is this a hockey trade that makes sense for us more long-term, but can jumpstart us now? We're not settled on we're too good up the middle, or we've got some quality winger. We do? Besides Jesper Bratt, who? Or we've got some defensemen coming.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
Kicking the can down the road. I think even Tom Fitzgerald is a little surprised what's been going on. He's probably asking himself, why does this keep on happening? Why does this? It goes back to the Ray Shero era. Again, for the record, I still believe in 2025, but these
right.
I'm
That's
kicking
fine,
the
but
can
I want to
down
talk
the
about
road
right
too.
now. I want to talk about right now, because this is
right
they're
now.
not getting better. They're not getting better. This is like the same exact stuff that we went through last season.
Could I spin it
sort of collapse and decline?
Can I spin it for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Spin away.
No Jack Hughes, no Dougie Hamilton, no goaltending whatsoever.
I don't want to hear those
I'm
excuses.
spinning. I'm giving
other
you
teams
the spin.
got the same stuff going on, and they're doing just fine. I think it's because we're relying on a bunch of people that have never actually performed at the NHL level or haven't performed at the NHL level in quite some time, and relying on them to put out these big buster seasons, and it's not happening, and we got nothing to fall back on. I think that's what the issue is here. Sorry, go ahead, Samuel. I'm annoyed with my team here because it's February and I'm wishing for Mets baseball. Okay, it's February and I'm wishing for Mets baseball. I don't like that. No.
They haven't even got a CBA agreement, Major League Baseball.
I know.
We're kind of screwed right now. The only thing I have is men's and women's curling at the moment. You know what? I think we need to get some people from the curling teams out in the Olympics. Just to invite them to a Devils game, have them sit behind the Devils bench, and they'll yell, harder, 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 like work harder.
Sweep.
And just like
sweep.
Yes. But
I'm sorry everybody for ranting and raving. Let's you want to get to some people's comments and stuff all over the I'm sure we got some whoppers today. So sorry again for ranting and raving. Everybody up on the Facebook page, the YouTube page, the Twitter, hit us up. What do we got going
a lot
on
of
over
people
there,
on right now.
Oh boy.
Number one.
All right.
Number one.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I'm not animated tonight is because I'm allowing the fans to do the dirty work today. So I'm just going to read off Tony P. Good thing Dave and Josh hired Lindy from the basement bargain bin to manage their $530 million asset. That's pretty good. Let's see. Tony P. We are now one loss away from the top 3 lotto odds. David Wright will save this team. Let's see here.
Donnell Weaver, curling is better than baseball.
The Devils is the worst team in the NHL period. Management seems not to care at all. I'll tell you what, Donnell, it just dawned on me. I haven't looked at my season ticket holder account. They still haven't loaded the invoice yet, and they know better. That should have been done
draft,
on February 2nd.
Yeah. Draft lottery, here we come. Yeah, that's right, Steve. Wyatt, at this point, I'd rather have teeth pulled than watch the Devils. Wow. Can we wheel Jacques Lemaire out there? Oh, oh boy. I listen. I wish we could go back in time and just get Jacques back like we did that once, whatever it was, like 10 years ago when he just came out of the blue and it was just like, we simplify the game and we play for the team and we win the puck. And that was it. And all of a sudden the team play. I mean, is that? Yeah, I've heard this so many times. Coaches have their systems. Sometimes coaches should make a system to the team. Maybe this isn't the right team for that system. Maybe we should adjust the system to the players that we have. And I know most of our players are kind of sleepwalking. If you're not named tonight, Jesper or Nico. Anyone else really have?
I thought Sharon Govich wasn't too bad.
Whatever. I mean, what's he gonna do? He's someone that the fans like him, but let's get down to it. He's not a productive player. He had a nice little season last year, came out of nowhere. He's not doing anything this year. How long are you gonna wait around? How many of these guys you're just gonna sit and wait around with? It's like every guy is just, we gotta wait for him to develop. That guy didn't work out. Not every guy is going to develop into something. Look at what we're dealing with Pavel Zacha here. But look at Pavel Zacha. We all thought he was going to take that step like last year, and that he was like, shoot first instead of passing. He found his game. He did nothing. He just regressed this year. He just regressed. It's just, they're not going to. The only one who's taking the steps forward is Jack. I mean, Jesper. The only one who really takes step forward. I mean, I can say Nico's hustling. I know Nico is hustling and he's working hard and everything like that. But I mean, that's what he did last year. He's not like piling up the points here. His best season's still going to be his rookie season by the end of this one, probably. So every season after his rookie season has been. That shouldn't be. It should be going the opposite direction. Why is it going down instead of up? Why can we only have guys that have no experience? Why do we have to have, why can't we find someone, like I said, an established goaltender or something like that, someone who we can rely on?
Someone that's committed and not hurt.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of questions here, but man, there's got to be some answers for this because this is just crap. Like, how are we going to watch this? This is bad.
You think Fitzgerald is in over his head? I saw a comment on YouTube Live.
I didn't think so at first, but now more and more, I hope we're all 100% truly wrong about this. But right now, yeah, it looks like he's making some of the same mistakes that Ray Shero made. When Ray held on to Taylor Hall too long and Ray held on to John Hines too long. Right now, Tom Fitzgerald has got all his draft picks and he's got all of his prospects and he's hanging on to them. Don't know if he should be. Not all these guys are going to pan out. Maybe there's some of them we should sell on the hype. Just my opinion. At this point, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of just 18-year-old kids who are learning how to play. I feel like we've had 18-year-old kids on the team for like the last 10 years. How are they still 18 years old? What the hell is going on out there?
Scotty, you sound like me last year. And you talked to me all You're like,
so excited
be patient.
To watch the game today. I know. Well, you know what? In the beginning of the season, we saw so much turnaround too. And now it's just, it is all regressed into but the thing is like the exact same spot like they were last year. What me and Beer Bear were talking about, like last year when we had the Ranger hate week, all of a sudden it was like every game, the Devils were just, they could only score like 1 goal and they were giving up like 3 in the first period.
Yep.
It's like the exact same story. I could take it if I saw progression. Like I said, I didn't expect them to get in the playoffs, but if they finished 500, I would have been really, really happy with this team. I would have been really happy with this team. Because it means that they would have stopped these stupid, horrible losing streaks like this. What was the last one? Was it 8 games in a row we had lost? So now we're at 7? Are you kidding me?
This is what we talked about in the beginning of the season. Can they stop the bleeding? Now it's going to go on twice. They couldn't stop the bleeding. One lucky game. I mean, if they didn't beat Carolina 7-4 that night, this would be a 15-game losing streak, people.
Yeah.
15 games.
And we know the only reason they won that night was because our good friends at JCB Architecture gave us tickets to give away here on Devils After Dark. And our buddy, was that Ray or was that Tyler? Was that Ray or Tyler that went down? I can't remember to that one.
Ray Leo went down, saw a great victory.
Ray was at that one. Okay, excellent. I heard he had to pay someone to go with him.
Tyler doesn't respond to our emails.
He was just so angry with the game afterwards after we gave him those free tickets, you know. I
wouldn't surprise if he sues us.
They promised fun, and it didn't happen, all right? Read the fine print. They promised fun, and no fun happened at that game. No, but you know what, Samu? That's a point that I didn't even think about. Like, yeah. I mean, the Devils are, 1-9 in their last 10, according to the old TSN Canada.
I will give you the statistic that
Or are they 1-8-1? No, 1-9, right? Good. I'm sorry.
I'll give you the statistic that I have been giving this stat since day one, and I've been keeping
1-9 in their last 10.
You know, I've been keeping tabs. Since that third black jersey, they've only won 7 games. I've repeated myself. For how long? Only 7 games. They were 8-5-3 after they beat Tampa, and I was celebrating on top of a rooftop, parking.
You were in Tampa.
Garage.
We were calling it a statement game for these new Devils, putting them on the map, letting the league be aware that they're for real this year, that they're here to stay.
And we look like morons now. And I got to tell you, I got to admit something here on Devils After Dark. It's not pretty. During the game when it was 1-1, it flashed the FanDuel what the odds were. And I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to bet against my team. Bet against my team when it was 1-1 because they put out the real-time odds. I'm thinking, okay, I can make this much, blah, 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 blah. But I had a little problem with Hockey on Tap. So I had to change a couple things. In that 5-minute span, that 9 seconds, it went from 1-1
the 9-second goals,
to 3-1. And I didn't get my bet in time. And I'm not a betting guy, but you know what? If the Devils are going to be a guaranteed loss right now, you might as well make money off of this, team right now.
You might as well.
You might as well.
And make sure if you are for some reason or another still going to the games when they are at the Rock, to stop by Taj Lounge 973 and get a less expensive bucket of beers, because we all know you will need it to watch that game. Okay,
I'll tell you what,
I'm going to guarantee it.
If any fans, including myself, if any fans go to Taj Lounge 973 on Super Bowl Sunday, I gotta have paper bag giveaways.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go to Costco. I'll buy them. You know, I'll go to the dollar store, get all the Sharpies, do what you need to do. You know, go to the game.
Just tears. Don't write anything else on the bag. Just a sad face and tears, all right? I know you're all creative out there. Let's just do the sad face and the tears, or else they won't show you on TV. If you put the profanities on the paper bag, just remember they won't show you on TV. You want
Or
to get
maybe
on TV,
I'll give
right?
away for sale signs.
No, I like you can do the paper bag. I mean, I think that's a very traditional fan thing to do, but I'm just saying, get it on TV. And the way to do that is to do it the proper way. Don't write a bunch of nasty things on there. Just put the tears.
Yeah.
A little sad face.
Yeah,
coming,
first
little
off,
tears coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frowns.
And that's all.
First off,
that's all you need to do.
You don't want to be vulgar because it's counterproductive if you're vulgar. Then everyone thinks you're a jerk.
Oh,
but
yeah, then we're just the rowdy fans.
Yeah.
No. We'll take the high road. We've been waiting long enough here. I think we've been taking the high road and been patient enough for as long as it is, but seriously, it's bad. And you know what, Sam? I mean, what you said just really struck me. If that one lucky game, where we know that was like the glitch in the matrix there against the Carolina Hurricanes, that one game would be a 15-game losing streak. Is Tom Fitzgerald hanging on too long, much like Ray Shero did with John Hines? I like Lindy. I'm not trying to criticize him or anything like that, but this team is not responding to him. It's not.
He's not the right coach at this moment, but at this moment, I don't think you can make a change. It's a lost season already. You might as well get the top 3 pick. You might as well
keep them on so they crash the team a little bit further. Oh man, they better make a change in the offseason. Like it's just unacceptable. And I mean, like, this is the same thing that Shero did, and he held on way too long with Hines and Taylor Hall. And I really think that we need some non-18, 19-year-old kids on this friggin' team. We need some core players who are around the 25, 26-year-old age. I know it was supposed to be Pavel Zacha, but it didn't work out. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I know it's supposed to be Andreas Janssen. We all love doing the touchdown calls. No, they can't. No. Thomas, no. That's not what I mean. More like Ryan Graves. Want more Ryan Graves type players. That's what I want. I know they're hard to come by, but you got a lot of big prospects and assets that can be traded. Trade that hype. You're going to have to on some of these. You're going to have to make a move. Or else it's going to be the same situation again. And then we're going to get another GM with another rebuild plan one more time, to go through. Or maybe we'll get in there, someone will just fire away that has no connection to any of these prospects, any of these draft picks, and has no problem just trading them off. I don't know.
That's what it feels like right now. I'm not going to let you go, Jack. I'll never let you go.
I don't want to trade everybody, but I also don't want to lose every friggin' game.
Yeah.
There's just
I don't want to even play the Rangers right now. I don't want to even play the Rangers right now. I hate to go to a Devils Rangers game at the Rock right now and have to deal with those fans. This is worse than the 80s, to be honest with you. This is worse than the 80s, that era. Because at least in that era, they were, at least the owner was engaged. Like Dr. McMullen, he sent letters to the fans explaining why they do certain things, why they got this player, whatever. These were, sent out from the owner himself. And you're like, the guy's trying, whatever. And, and right now, what we have here are the pros, what we have here. Like, there's a lot of negatives, but one, at least the team is well funded. At least the players are getting paid. At least we don't have the issues like the Arizona Coyotes have. And all we have an arena. That's the bad thing.
I wouldn't be
is
surprised.
This team's not going anywhere.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, "Hey, this concert's going to bring in more people than a Devils game. Let's move Devils over to the practice arena on the side over there."
Oh,
Is that the old Barnabas practice side? Yeah. That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, there's a Metallica concert coming in, and they sold out the entire place. Let's go with that instead. Oh my God!
Or maybe outside the Prudential Center, the outdoor rink that they have that's seasonal. Yeah, put them out there.
Put them out there.
Yeah, they'll solve all those rules and restrictions or whatever. Just put it outside. But
what a disaster!
It's sad.
What a disaster! It's bad, man.
What do we do?
I don't know. I did not want to see another losing streak like this. It hit us. So now I'm just like, how low can we go? Let's try to get 10. Let's see if we can get 10 in a row. So like the whole like TSN thing where it says your last 10 is just, I get a 0. I don't think I've ever seen a 0 there. 0 and 10 in the last 10. Usually you at least get like an overtime loss or something. Devils are 1-9 on a 7-game losing streak. That means 3 more.
I just texted Chico. I texted him. Wow. That was brutal.
I don't want him to listen to us now because we're just complaining.
We're terrible. We're just ripping on the friend. Well, actually, I've been pretty good. I've been trying to spin it. I've been trying to keep that balance there. Fair and balanced.
I'm trying to, but I mean, what did they give us?
The other way around. I feel like
I know, but what have they really given us? Yeah, what have they really given us though? I mean, these lackluster efforts. It looks like there's no game plan, or if there is, they're just kind of like winging it by the middle of the first period. I think it was Bryce, or was it Kanji that brought up that? I think it was Bryce that the Devils are like, I don't know, like a minus 33 goal differential in the second period of games, which is just like,
yeah.
It's just like, what?
And then Kanji's like 8 wins in the last 31 or something like that. I'm like, no, you got to go with my stat. He went a little bit too far back. I like my 7 wins after 8-5-3 start. It was those black jerseys. I warned you folks about those black jerseys, about changing the mojo.
I said it from the get-go.
Yeah, it was.
I'd never want to see those things ever again. Ugh, they were horrible from the start. When they got leaked, I was like, "Come on, that's not the real thing. Give me a break. That's a Photoshop. that's not. They wouldn't do that. They're not that dumb. Come on. Oh, they are.
Scotty, one day we will tell 3 generations from now, when you and I are doing this podcast at age like 95, we'll be like, remember those black jerseys?
It wasn't as bad as it was back in the 20s. Yeah, back in the 20s. You kids these days and your ultra soft hockey, whatever it is called in the future.
Yeah. Back then we used to hit players, not this, I don't know, 2-hand
No,
touch
they don't even
hockey.
do that anymore. They barely do that anymore either. I don't know. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need a Scott Stevens and a Ken Danico at practice to go and rough them up on the walls a little bit and wake them the hell up. Practice like you play.
Do you think the Devils' young core would benefit from a bully coach at this point?
No, but definitely someone who's a
they're
little
too
stricter
soft.
is not going to. I don't think a Tortorella is the answer, but I think someone who definitely is going to be a little bit stricter. A bully coach? No, I don't think they need that, because then they're just going to completely shut off. But they definitely need someone who's going to crack the whip and just be like, all right, into it now. Let's go.
It's got to be somebody. They got to go outside of the whole Pittsburgh Penguins, Tommy Fitzgerald, Shiro connections. They got to go outside. They got to do something because this is brutal hockey. It's punchless hockey. It's, and there's no defense. There's no goaltending. There's some semblance of skill. There were a couple good plays, but at the same time, what?
The team is softer than Charmin. All right. Whoa. Okay. Bring back Claude Lemieux at 50. He'd be better than half the squad.
Whistler makes a great point in the YouTube Live. In the early 80s, the Devils sucked, but they weren't soft as well like now. Yeah. Great point. Great point.
I mean, yeah. They need...
doesn't this team get pissed off? I want to see somebody get pissed off.
See, to me, it looked... I don't know. The only one I get that kind of drive from is like Nico and Jesper right now. They're the only two that I really get that drive and that fire from.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what I see out there. That's just me as a fan. I'm not a professional hockey player. I'm not in that dressing room, but I'm paying money for an ESPN Plus account just so I can watch Devils games. I don't need any other reason for it. I don't watch anything else on it except for Devils games. So that's just my little comment on it, Like to see a better performance. I want to see the team get better. It just seems like we are stuck in neutral. Why are we stuck in neutral? Same thing every year. I don't know. I don't know, Samu. I think changes need to happen, though. It's just this season, like I said, if they were near 500, there's no chance in hell they're even getting close to 500 now. I know. Thank you, Winston. There's no chance in hell they're even getting close to 500.
Art Heaton's like, Sam Wu, what the hell is that thing rotating on the shelf? Oh, that's just one of those remote cameras. It's just moving around. See, that's how bored our fans are getting. They're like, all right, they're saying this.
What else? Because we've been talking about the exact same thing every single game now for like the last 15 in a row, except for one Carolina Hurricanes game. How many times can we laugh at Ken Danico going, oh, boy, that's tough. Oh, that's tough right there. Oh, that's a tough one right there. Oh, you never want to see that. How many times has Dano said, oh, you never want to see that this season? I can't even count. It's like at least 3 or 4 per game, Oh, blind pass right across the front of the goal crease. Oh, awesome idea, guys. Yeah, it's just been bad. It's just been bad. And that's the thing. You could take losing if you're out there hustling, playing hard, maybe just getting outworked by a better team or something like that and just not being able to pull it out. Got it. I can take that, but just the way this hockey's been, it's been the same as the last couple of years. And it's just like, it's that point where it's just like it's just like unwatchable. You're like, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, but they're actually going to play. Right. Yeah. 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 I don't want to complain too much. I know I've just been complaining. I'm sorry, everybody out there. What's everyone else saying on YouTube? What's everyone else saying on YouTube here? Devil Skybox, $100 for 20 people. Subban, ship him out or bench him. Keep him playing so he can maybe gain some value. Same thing with Jimmy Vesey. Have them keep playing so they're not coming back. See if we can trade them for anything besides a 4th round pick. What are we going to get? A 5th round pick, conditional pick or something like that at this point? It's just... Tatar, you can ship him out.
Oh,
he's not gonna make he's not gonna make the team any better. He's here. We got him on a 2-year contract. Come on. So it's a holding place. That's all it is. Where are these big wingers? Where are these big defensemen that we've been hearing about? Don't look like they're ready for the NHL level when they come up. That's a problem. That's a problem.
There's only one man that can coach this team right now, and his name is Kevin Dineen.
It could be. It could be.
If you want to stick with Fitzgerald, it's got to be with Dineen, and you got to get him up. I was hoping he could finish.
You know what?
What?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, you saying Kevin Dineen reminded me. As Kevin Dineen is a former, we were talking about him being the Whaler and going down there playing with the Hurricanes. That is the prototypical coach I would love to see the Devils grab. Someone like Rod Brind'Amour. That guy he's a player's coach, but he's also not going to take crap from them. And he's going to expect them to go out and play at a certain level. And I feel like he has the respect of that bench that they are going to go out there and play to that level. Maybe because they're kind of a little bit scared of him because he's Rod Brind'Amour and he's always in the gym before them every single day, every single morning. And he's there when they wake up and when they leave because he's Rod Brind'Amour. And I'm not saying the team doesn't respect Lindy, but that's a different type of respect.
It's a different type of intensity. Rod Brind'Amour is intense and he pays attention to every little detail. And he lives.
But you feel like he's got your back.
He's respected. Yeah. And why he's respected is because he does what he says. So there's no BS with Rod Brind'Amour. And Kevin Dineen, the teams that he's played on in his NHL career, he won a Stanley Cup, and he was a tough player, very respected player. And you know what? If there's one hope right now is get Kevin Dineen coaching this team at some point before next season starts. Maybe not now because I'd like to see what he's breeding winning right now in Utica. That's why I wouldn't want him right now because the season's lost. You might as well win with Utica. And those players, after having playoff experience at an AHL level, you can count on that farm system next year. Not 2025. What's that?
Can we? Are you sure? Can we?
Under
we
Kevin
have a bunch
Dineen,
of guys
under Kevin Dineen, you can guarantee it.
And so far, what I've seen is a bunch of really highly touted prospects that look like really good AHL players that looked really
but they're under Lindy Ruff. I mean, maybe that's the reason why they keeping Alexander Holtz down there, so Lindy Ruff doesn't screw him up. Jokingly.
Then why are we even hanging on to him? Then, why? Everyone's like, well, just keep him then for the rest of the season.
Because that's not how these guys.
Why?
First
if
off,
if it's detrimental.
Ruff, here's the problem: relationships. There is a close relationship with Ruff and Fitzgerald going back supposedly to the Florida Panthers days. Okay,
I know. I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. But I don't care. Business. Let's go.
Well, see, that's the other thing. Nobody's
you bailed them out for a year and a half. How much longer can that friendship, hey, it's my friend. How long can that work for? It's been a year and a half.
Here's the problem with the team, and you just pointed about business. None of the leadership is willing to kick anybody's ass right now. That's the problem.
That's true as well.
That's the problem. I'm not talking about taking a desk and throwing it across the room. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about that old word accountability. And so far, the same players that are making the same mistakes are still out on the ice. And at some point that's got to stop. At some point.
All right, well, David Holliday says he'll destroy everything if Holtz comes up and is basically tossed into this dumpster fire of what's going on here in this season. I guess, listen, I agree with that one. Keep them all down there at this point. Why would you want them to come up to this disaster and get that losing culture? If they're winning down in Utica and Kevin Dineen has created that feeling, that atmosphere, let them stay down there. And
I almost want to send Dawson Mercer down there. I
want to send the whole friggin' team down there. Besides, let's send down Jack. Let's send down everybody so they actually get a glimpse of what some fun hockey is. It's the only time we're having fun is the first game of the season. Man. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be cranky. It's Monday, and I was really excited to watch the Devils game, and they went and totally blew it.
But you got
I don't think I'm being too crazy.
Tomorrow.
I know, but I don't think I'm being too crazy. I think what we're saying here is pretty realistic stuff that's been going on with the team for a consistent amount. They've been consistently inconsistent for a long time. And it's when are they going to figure it out? We've been hearing about it, but it's the replay of the same thing over and over again. So, Ty Smith, send him down. He looks lost up here. He has had a miserable season. Miserable. Yet you move Ryan Graves to the third pairing and move Ty Smith. What? I'm just at this point, it's just throwing rocks, or throwing pizza at the wall and see what sticks. Throwing darts at the wall, whatever. I don't even remember what this. I can't even think of what fool me once, shame on, fool me twice, 3 times sold. That's what it is right there. Yeah.
Do you know who has a lot of passion about this team? Chico Resch.
Which one of our YouTube listeners? Oh, Chico Resch, one of our colleagues. I know he does.
He responded back, and I'll let you know what he responded with, but it's almost 2 paragraphs worth about his evaluation of this team, and it's great. It's great.
Then I'm sure it's probably pretty much on par with what we're saying right here, right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good. Hey, listen, and I know Chico has told us a couple times. Yeah, but Chico's told us too. He's now, guys, don't think about it as fans as much as well. Think about it from the player perspective and from coach's perspective. But even now, Chico's just there's a problem.
I mean, he's still pretty positive.
Oh man, you hear it in Dano's voice and Bryce's voice.
Bryce's voice, yeah.
Oh, he's just what he's calling those defensive breakdowns, and he's just that's you don't want to. Well, that guy there, he's wide open. Yeah, that's not good.
I'll read everybody the last 2 sentences of his manifesto. We will not win with any regularity with this scenario. That's why it's more heartbreaking for me than anything else. It's sad to read that, and I think all of us that truly care about this organization named the New Jersey Devils feels that way.
Yeah,
and it's actually almost sort of shedding a tear because it's coming from Chico, the guy we listened to on the radio, TV for all these years. That the reality is setting in. This is not a very good team. There's still a lot of work to do. And how do we push that needle, move that needle over? How do you get them? And the only answer I have, his name is Kevin Dineen right now, and he's our only hope. He's our only hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm over all this wait and see stuff here. I don't know. You don't have to trade all the prospects, but holy hell, get someone in here who's a little bit established. I don't know who would ever even want to come here right now with the way this team is played.
Oh, we got cap space, don't we?
You got to get a goaltender. I'm sorry, you got to get a goaltender in there, a real solid goaltender. We can't be rolling with Mackenzie Blackwood. I don't know how Nico Dawes and Akira Schmidt are going to turn out. Bernier, Crawford obviously have been disaster signings over here. Sorry, Jonathan, I know you're a good guy and you were playing real well for a couple games, but you were hurt. So this is it's got to get something's got to give here. Not all these prospects are going to make it. You gotta give a little to get a little. I don't know. We saw Fitzy making some wonderful moves, acquiring assets. Now all of a sudden, how about getting them out the other way? Now we've acquired a lot. We got a lot. Maybe there's something that we should, move on from. I don't know. Kevin Ball didn't look ready. Alexander Holtz didn't look ready. Nolan Foote didn't look ready. Who else came up that didn't look ready? Everybody else basically that came up. Fabian Zetterlund, how long has he been for? Doesn't look ready. Marian Studenic. Tice Thompson. You name it. Jesper Boquist. He's got 2 goals. Wow. He's supposed to be this big stud prospect that we've been waiting for him to develop, That dude he's going to be an AHL player. Be back in, Finland or Sweden? This is a guy we're sold on is going to be like this, this regular player for us. Maybe not top 6, top 9, definitely. No way. Sorry. I want him to be good, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Why are we still waiting for these guys to develop? I don't know. How long is enough time?
Well, see, that's the
1 year,
problem.
2
There
years,
is no
3 year.
There is no red line with this team. There is no. That's where we go back to accountability. There is no milestone marker. There's no game.
We can't get any worse. We're in last place every friggin' year. There's no other place to go.
I mean, the whole thing with Shiro was so weird.
You need to stop. You need to stop the bleeding. Get a goalie. We're minus 40 something probably now on our goal differential for the entire season. It's terrible. Get a goalie. Stop some shots. Get a winger or two. Give these centers some wingers. Dump some of the dead weight.
And maybe stop coddling the team.
Janssen.
I think we coddled this team too much. You got to be harsher.
Too much. So I'm saying, give me someone. Is Kevin Dineen like a Rod Brindamore prototype? That's what I'm looking for. Players coach is also going to go out there and kick some butt. And he's not going to take any BS from them. Because you know what? He's been there and he's done that. Oh, yeah, you want to tell me I'm playing the game? Yeah, I did as well. Yeah, thank you. Are you playing against Sidney Crosby? I played against Mario Lemieux. All right? I got it all the same. All right, bud? Let's go. Get back out there on the ice and do it again. That's what we need.
Or if you remember Kevin
I don't think they need the crazy John Tortorella. I think they need someone more in that Brindamore.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. I know we can't go get Rod Brindamore. That would be very nice because no one's ever going to be able to get him out of Carolina. I don't think, because he just loves it down there. But, someone in that sort of prototype, I think would be the best fit for this team. Uncle Lindy is fun for now, but, I don't know. Seems like the boys aren't responding.
Yeah. Well, Scotty,
we've been going a long time. Late. We've been complaining and whining, and I've been woo. I just been Mr. Krabby Pants over here all day, haven't I? I am sorry, everyone out there on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, but I genuinely was so excited to actually watch a New Jersey Devils game today. And then I was just kind of had my heart broken, once the game kind of got going there. So I apologize. I will make sure to put myself in a better mood tomorrow for when the Devils play the Montreal Canadiens up there at the, what's it called now? What's their arena called? The old
Bell
Forum?
Center?
The new Forum? The Molson Center? Oh, that's right. Yeah, something like
Bell
that.
Center? I thought it was Bell Center.
Oh, whatever. What is it? Bell Center? Oh, yeah, the Bell Center, whatever it's called. So there'll be another ruckus crowd of 500 up there for the old Canadians and Devils. But on the positive side, the Devils don't have to wait very long. I hope the boys are angry again after this. I hope that they care that they just lost their 7th game in a row. And I hope they're really pissed off that they just lost their 7th game in a row. And they've only won once out of their last 15 games. 1 out of 15. I hope they are pissed as hell and go out there and just dominate and play up to at least some of the potential we know that is on this team. I don't think Jack will be back because it's Canada, so the COVID protocols, but I don't know. Will we get a Dougie? I don't know. I think he's still got the non-contact sweater on. So, Nico, I know it's tough, buddy, but you're the captain. So, looking at you again. I know you scored a goal tonight. You got to go out there and lead the charge with the boys. You and Jesper. Jesper Brett, our big fighter in the corner. But that's it. Those are the two that have been leading the charge. So go out there and try and rally the troops, guys.
Last comment. Well, two comments. Nelly 3 says 5-2 Habs tomorrow. Tony P writes, Apollo, meaning Josh Harris's company, Apollo is trying to disassociate with Devils fans so no one cares when they move the team. That thought does cross my mind every once in a while.
No, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that they should move Arizona up to Quebec instead of the debacle that they're going to do playing at the college arena. That's a whole other story right there, which is just terrible. Just move the friggin' team to Quebec. They will sell out every single night of the week, no matter what. If you get into the playoffs, they will be standing around the block outside to cheer that team on. I know you want to get your teams down in these other markets and stuff like that, but it didn't work. All right, it works in Dallas, famously. The Stars are great. Works here in Southern California. They love the Kings. Down in Anaheim, they love the Ducks. Love the Sharks up in San Jose. Didn't work in Arizona. Cut your bait. Go make money. I'm sure the other teams would like it as well if you know that you're going to have a sold-out arena up there in Quebec that's like pulling in money. Put the Canadian team in the Metropolitan Division. We talked about this last night, me and Beer Baron. Move the Jackets back to the Central. Put Quebec in the Metro. Now you got Canadian teams in each division. So you got people traveling up and down. You want to see your big money Rangers there, NHL, and your Flyers and stuff playing in a sold-out Quebec? Yeah, go and do it. Or you want them to be, how many people are going to the freaking, I know my buddy used to work at that arena. And I mean, he used to tell me it was pathetic. It was pathetic. It was really bad.
Well, Scotty,
that's when they were seriously like, it's like costing us money to put on Coyotes games because there's so little people showing up, and we're saying no to like concerts or wrestling or UFC or something like that coming through instead. Like go to Quebec. That would never be the case. Let's sell out every night of the week, no matter what. I don't think we're at that point yet. I don't think the Devils are at that point yet. Oh, gosh.
Cheer up, Scotty. We got tomorrow.
We got tomorrow. For the other French Canadians,
The Montreal. Oh,
Oui,
oui. Oui, oui. We go in there to play the hockey.
Bonjour.
So we'll see what happens. You know, Montreal is equally as terrible as us. So we'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that where Max Domi? Where's Max Domi now? Is he in Montreal? No. Is
I
he in
think so.
Montreal?
No.
Or is he- yeah. Or is he? He's gonna be a free agent. Or is he in Winnipeg or Columbus? I thought he got moved, right? Nick Suzuki is up there. Ooh, that's a nice player right over there.
Yeah.
But either way, let's hope that Nico Jesper can rally the boys, light a fire underneath them, go out there and play a hard game, and let's try for our 6th road victory of the year. And let's make it 2-16, boys. 2-16. All right, that's what we're aiming for right now.
End the streak and go on a 1-game winning streak. We hope. Thank you, all those joining us tonight.
Hello, can you go?
We'll see you tomorrow. Game Day Live, Devils After Dark, 4 and after the game. Keep it here on the Let's Go Devils podcast. We'll drop the podcast at midnight.
I
Till
need more
next
gummies.
time,
More gummies to get through this.
let's go Devils.